Merhaba, hoş geldiniz. Ozlem here from Ozlem's Turkish table. Today we are making my children's favorite savory pastry. We call it Borek, ıspanaklı peynirli börek, as you see here. Spinach and cheese filo pastry bake. A Traybake, very easy. And I'll go through all the steps with you. And it's from my cookery book, Ozlem's Turkish table. As you see here, if you have the book, it's on page 129. The recipe is also at my blog, ozlemsturkishtable.com. So please check out to make it at home. Right, so let's crack on. For that lovely pastry, we need filo pastry sheets. So I opened my package already, but so that it would keep moist, not to dry out, I put damp towel over it. I opened mine here and I use this brand, it's quite nice. Just roll filo pastry sheets. As I said before, in Turkey we use beautiful fresh yufka sheets for that, but living abroad you may not be able to find yufka. If you are using filo pastry sheets, if it's in the fridge, in the supermarkets like in the UK, when you buy it, before using it, you need to bring it to room temperature, take out of from your fridge about 20 minutes before. If you're in the US, usually the filo pastry sheets are in the frozen section. In that case, bring it to room temperature and take it out about 2 hours before you use. Or you could gently defrost and put it overnight to your fridge and then take out 30 minutes before you use. So easy. So I have the filo pastry sheets ready here. I have my spinach washed. I have a table-ish, actually, spoonful of olive oil. I'll add a little bit more. The recipe calls for about 200 spinach leaves, but I am doing half of the recipe, so 100 grams of spinach. I have about, again, 100 grams of beyaz peynir. Actually, I'm very lucky. I got Pınar's beyaz peynir, thanks to them. I really like this lovely Turkish beyaz peynir. You can check online for nearest store near to you. I also add grated mozzarella here. It adds a nice creamy taste. 2 eggs, but if you want to cut back from eggs, you can use only 1 egg too, no problem. I have mixed egg and about a tablespoonful of olive oil here. That's what I'll use to glaze the very top of the sheet. And here I have a milk mixture, milk mixed with a drizzle of olive oil, about a teaspoonful of salt. I will use that mixture in between layers of the filo pastry. That will keep your pastry nice and moist. And here is my baking tray. I have a drizzle of olive oil that I nicely brushed all around. And yes, we're almost there to make it. But let's first finish the filling. So in goes my 2 eggs. And I will add my crumbled beyaz peynir. Turkish white cheese. If you can't get hold of beyaz peynir, you can substitute with feta cheese. And grated mozzarella goes in that too. Fantastic. And to mix everything all together, I strongly suggest you do it with your hands. That really helps everything to blend in together. I already washed my hands, but it's very important to wash hands, so I'm gonna wash one more time. Lovely. And because I will go hands-on here to give everything a really good mixture. Right. So, hand washed. So I am mixing everything. And in that way you are blending all those lovely ingredients together. With the spoon, it's really hard to do that. And also you're softening your spinach. As you see here, my spinach is washed. I have not cooked the spinach, because once you cook the spinach, you actually lose a lot of vitamins. So I like to keep mine raw. You could use frozen spinach, that would work too. What else you can have as a filling? Grated courgettes would make lovely filling with some nice dill, spring onions. You can put cheese, or you can choose to not to have cheese to it, keep it all vegetarian. What else? Leeks, sauteed leeks would work really well in this pie, or any leftover vegetable that needs using, any like sauteed, you know, grated carrots, courgettes, sauteed mushrooms, you name it, kale, that would all go really well. Times like this, we need to make the most of whatever ingredient we have. If you want to not to add egg, perfectly fine. Don't add egg either, but egg would give a nice glaze and obviously a nice taste too, but that's totally up to you. Now the mixture is all done. I'm gonna wash my hands again. Perfect. Hands washed. This is a lovely burek that you can actually cook ahead of time and cut into portions and freeze. It really freezes well, and you can just give a gentle heat when you're about to eat, about 180 degrees, 350 Fahrenheit, for about 10 minutes or so. Right, so here we go. I have sheets here. I am putting one sheet at a time, and I know it sometimes is quite daunting if you have never used filo pastry sheets, and it can get, you know, broken and all that, but don't worry, you know, even if it breaks, once it's mixed with all the other nice filling and ingredients, it will be all fine. And another common question I'm asked at my cookery classes is that whether I need to butter every sheet. I actually don't butter any sheets at all. You can choose to butter it, but I did put a bit of olive oil in there and the milk mixture. So every 2 layers I am brushing this lovely pastry with the milk and olive oil mixture. So that will keep it nice and moist. Right, let's do another 2 layers. And I'm sure some of my, look, my pastry is cracked. No problem, don't worry, it will be all fine once it's cooked. So let's add another 2 layers. So I would put at least 7 layers at the bottom. You can go up to 10, 12 layers. It's totally up to you. But minimum 7 layers would be good. Right, so I'm adding my milky mixture again and giving a good glaze. As you see, there are edges that may need to be tucked in, because you need to adjust the size of your filo pastry sheets according to the size of your pan. Right, so let's put another 2. So it's actually a really healthy recipe, and a great way to use any leftover ingredients you have. With a filo pastry, you can knock up into some nice lunch, light suppers. You can serve with a nice roasted vegetable by the side. I have a wonderful recipe in my book: baked potatoes, olives, red onions and peppers. We usually have this burek with that nice mixture, a nice shepherd salad, çoban salata, with cucumbers, tomatoes, spring onions, parsley. Lovely. Right, so I'm gonna add 1 more, and I think I will put my, because I have 7 or so more layers to go. I have 14 layers here in total. Lovely, so let's add that. And you can do so many different shapes, you know, as you see in my book here. You can do triangle shapes, you can make a traybake. This one has mincemeat and onion filling in it. That one has parsley and cheese in it. That one has the spinach and the cheese in it. We Turks absolutely adore burek. You know, growing up in Turkey, my mother would always knock up some lovely bureks that would always greet us coming from school. Heavenly. Right, here we go. So I am now adding this wonderful mixture. Yummy. Right, put everything in. Okay, so let's just make sure everything is sort of scattered around and blended and have a sort of even surface. Lovely. And you can do that with your children too. My lovely daughter, Emma Gülçin, is filming this video for me, and she's a great baker. We love baking with her. So you can involve your children and do that together. Right, let's put another layer now. Remember, every 2 layers we are putting the milk and olive oil mixture. That will keep your pastry nice and soft. A pastry brush. We Turks love Turkish breakfast. You know, it's our favorite sort of meal of the day, especially mine actually. Yeah, so this could be a lovely brunch item, breakfast item, or with cup of tea, or you can serve as an appetizer. It's Easter today. Whoever is celebrating Easter, also Passover, happy Easter to you all. This could make a nice addition for the Easter weekend too. Right, let's add another layers. I can see one of the sheets breaking up, as you see, but don't worry, it will be all okay. Add 2 more sheets. So easy. You can prep this ahead of time and bake it at preheated oven, 180 degrees, 350 Fahrenheit, for about 25 to 30 minutes, depending on your oven. Some ovens are, you know, can be quite quick. And serve to your guests. If you prepped ahead of time, you can keep in the fridge or freezer, take out, and again in a preheated oven, same temperatures, you can reheat for about 8 to 10 minutes, and it's all ready. It really freezes very well. And I tell you what, even children who doesn't like spinach loves this. I have so many readers who came back to me and said their children absolutely adore it. Even the fussiest ones who wouldn't eat spinach, they love it. So great way to get a few vegetables into the children's tummy. And even better, involve them and make this with them. Right, there's this one lurking out, but I'll leave it as is. Last one. The last sheet goes on top here. Perfect. And I have here, as I said, an egg and olive oil mixture. Since my pan size is smaller, I'm not using the whole thing. If you have any leftover egg or as well as the spinach cheesy mixture, just mix them all and turn into a lovely little omelette. Really nice. We love leftovers in this family. Beautiful. So I'm just tucking the ends and brushing everything well. And at the top, we like putting some sesame seeds on top, if you like, and if you don't have any allergies, of course. You can also add nigella seeds, çörek otu, as we say in Turkish, the black seeds. They are gorgeous. And we will now send this beauty to preheated oven of 180 degrees, 350 Fahrenheit, to cook for about 20-25 minutes, and it will be ready for you to enjoy. And once it's cooked, let's remember, it will turn like this. And it's fantastic to have with your family, friends. I hope you enjoy it. Afiyet olsun. Keep cooking and stay safe. Bye bye.